Armbar zu gehen. Er schlägt stattdessen einfach von unten nach oben mit. Das ist ja auch
sogar recht geben. Also wahrscheinlich ist die Position.
Staying attached to the legs. This is his bread and butter. 2 finishes by heel hook. He's out. Oh my goodness. It's one hell of a game.
It looks like a cross between Brock Lesnar and Paddy Pimblett. And he fights with the intensity of the former. When Frederic Vosgröne rushes in for that takedown, he will not stop until he has it. This is one of the most brutal fighters on the rise in MMA today, folks. And today, we're looking at his entire career, showcasing why he's one of the most terrifying prospects in combat sports. Frederic Vosgröne is not like most MMA prospects. Hailing from Germany, this physical powerhouse was regarded as one of the best grapplers in Europe long before he even considered a move to MMA. And before we get to his mixed martial arts career, let's take a look at some standout grappling performances. Vosgröne took on Khalil Fadlallah at the Pan Nogi Championship in 2019 and immediately showed the type of tenacious offense that he would later perfect in the MMA cage. Vosgröne aggressively pursues submissions, and even if sometimes it looks like he's taking a breather, it's only a matter of time before he decides to explode into a new position. Eventually, the onslaught became too great for his opponent to handle. And so Vosgröne locked in an arm triangle choke and progressed on to the next round. Vosgröne's status as a grappler had quite a bit of foreshadowing for his eventual MMA career. He even holds wins on the grappling circuit over proven UFC names like the elite middleweight Reinier de Ridder and the 8-fight UFC veteran Tom Breese. Tom Breese has shared the cage with guys like Sean Strickland and Brendan Allen in the past, but in there with Vosgröne, he was dealing with a level of overbearing power that he was not accustomed to. This grappling bout took place in 2020, a year before Vosgröne would make his debut in MMA. But his preparations were already underway, and mishandling a proven UFC fighter like Tom Breese was a huge statement. Vosgröne's constant pursuit of leg submissions is going to be a key feature of his entire career. And while he couldn't submit Breese, the points decision went his way.
Frederic Vosgröne.
Vosgröne took on Felipe Barcia at the London Fall Open in 2019. Looking like a jacked-up Paddy Pimblett, which, who knows, maybe earned him a bit of local support. But either way, his opponent Barcia probably had no idea what he'd gotten himself into, because Vosgröne came away with some intense offense right away. For such a big man, Vosgröne moves with some legit fluidity, and you can tell that it catches some of his opponents off guard. Barcia was definitely struggling to assert himself. There was a very clear difference in skill and physicality here. This one didn't take long at all, and once Vosgröne started to feel that his opponent was breaking, it was only a matter of time before he secured the win. It was clear that Vosgröne's leg attacks made him a menace to his grappling contemporaries. But when his MMA debut came in May of 2021, it was clear that his prowess was on another level.
Ladies and gentlemen, Okurolu and his opponent, representing Germany here tonight, it's Frederic Vosgröne!
As soon as this matchup begins, you can see how determined Vosgröne is.
In the back, but I'm sure it's going to be business.
And how fixated on the takedown he can be.
We pull guard here as he's facing a wrestler.
Yeah, not surprising. Vosgröne wants this one.
All blue.
He might give up his.
Once he gets it, there's absolutely no way in hell for his opponents to break free.
Get back to his feet. He's gonna get dumped back.
In these early fights, sure, you can see that his game is very basic.
I guess the other one leg is
hard to tell with all the hair.
On the back.
But we're looking at a fighter who's quite inexperienced with most areas of mixed martial arts. His grappling, though, already world class. So why not play to your strengths?
Ken did a good job of turning back into him, but he might that nice double leg off the cage. Now he's in the center of the cage. He doesn't have. He's doing the right things to get back to his feet. Vosgröne's
just controlling and grappling. How important is it that he utilizes those other elements as we see him throwing a strike there?
If you want to get the fight, then when you can't get there, you're in big trouble. But he's doing a good job right now, and he's got one hook.
Raw Blue now ends up on top of Vosgröne.
Might give up his back again. Both hooks in. Oh yeah, we've seen it before numerous times. Even with,
when the second round came, his opponent was utterly spent.
but yeah,
Full middleweight. As he continues.
this is tiring. This is tedious, high level, because like you said, inch by inch, he just kind of works his way up strategically.
And Vosgröne was able to snatch up a sub and kick off his pro career with a totally dominant finish.
Utilize this. There's the step over. Oh, but everyone follows him. He's aware of what he's trying to do.
But as you pointed out, the cage is there.
Frederic Vosgröne!
Just because he had successfully tested the waters in MMA, it didn't mean that Vosgröne was going to remove himself from grappling competition. And when he took on Joshua Guerra at the Dallas Open Nogi in 2022, you could tell he'd not missed a step. Not at all, in fact. Just look at how aggressively he hunts for this sub, showing absolutely no fear from his own safety as he aims to latch onto a limb. That takes some major confidence in your own defense, because when Vosgröne fights, he's not giving his opponents a chance to even consider their own offensive tactics. He puts them on the ropes as soon as the bout begins, and that's what you can see playing out here. But if you're looking for one of the fights that really kicked Vosgröne's hype levels into gear, when he ran through Christian Fischer, it was one hell of a way to earn a viral victory.
Zwei beeindruckende Mal hier im Käfig. Aber Fischer gleich mit den Fäusten aktiv. Beide haben natürlich schon Erfahrung.
It was like Fischer wasn't even there. Vosgröne cut through his defenses with total ease. Vosgröne's the type of fighter who's quite happy to take a risk if it puts him in a winning position. And that's exactly what we saw here. Christian Fischer never stood a chance, and Vosgröne moved to 2-0 with a 16-second finish now on his resume. Out of the current UFC 205-pound division roster, who do you think would be a good matchup for Vosgröne if Dana White and his team decide to sign him? Let us know in the comments below. So far, Vosgröne's career has been pretty straightforward in terms of his ability to make his opponents fight his fight. Up to this point, there really wasn't that much you could say about his striking, because it never really played too much of a part. Unfortunately, the veteran 𝐦𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿 was not the guy who would push him to show anything other than his world-class grappling. Vosgröne was on him from the opening round, skipping all the range fighting and striking by launching himself directly into his opponent. Sometimes the whole Brock Lesnar comparison makes a lot of sense. Vosgröne is bull rushing his opponents here. Yet again, finding his path to the heel hook was simply too easy for Vosgröne. His elite black belt skills were making his contemporaries look bad, and his striking was still a total mystery. For now, all that was important was that he moved to 3-0 with yet another dominant finish.
Titelkampf, Frederic Vosgröne.
We actually did get to see Vosgröne forced into some stand-up exchanges in his fourth pro fight against 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿. But once he actually did begin to pursue the takedown, you'll get to see some of the wildest displays of aggressive wrestling you'll ever witness in the cage.
He brings a lot of pressure. There's money as well. Oh wow. Vosgröne staying attached. Let's look at the way.
This man will not quit in his pursuit of his opponents.
Staying attached to the legs. This is his bread and butter.
Sure, you can see that his striking is still a little rough around the edges, but there's no doubt he'll continue to grow as he evolves into a fully fledged mixed martial artist.
Knee past that hip line.
𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿 looks totally lost out there.
That grip is insane.
I know.
And his confidence is getting worse by the second.
Yes. Left leg of Vosgröne. Looks like it's already wearing damage, but that's from it came into round number 1.
Vosgröne will certainly get more comfortable with ground and pound, too. Remember, this was his only 4th fight as a pro. For now, the submissions are right at the forefront of what he does.
Here he doesn't need to be. He can land those heavy shots. What were you going to see on his knees as well when he stands up? Is those mat burns. He was dragged around.
The Vosgröne game plan is usually as follows. Step 1, pursue the takedown. Step 2, control your opponent. Step 3, hunt for the choke or the leg.
Vosgröne's only been out since his pro debut. Went on to win that match. Arm triangle. Oh, still getting shots in. 10 seconds. First round particularly as well. Oh.
Though it took him nearly 2 rounds to get there, his opponent was in total survival mode here.
That is one hell. When he signed for Octagon, put a video out saying, I'm here to tear through the division.
But at high ground now, he's going to look to land some shots.
You never know what.
The horrible position to be in with 4 minutes left on the clock.
On the broadcast, singing the song. And listen, this was always going to be the game. Long time. Moved into mixed martial, opened up more options for him as the grappler, as the submission expert.
The fact that he delayed the inevitable is the only moral victory he managed. Apart from that, this was totally one-sided.
Oh, stepping across. It'll be hard. Oh, got the tap. He's going to hit it again. He might go. He's out. Oh my goodness. That is one hell of a debut.
We still can't decide whether he looks more like Brock Lesnar or Paddy Pimblett. Fight number 5 in his career saw him take on Fabio Moraes, who was by far and away the most impressive opponent he'd fought. Moraes brought a 7-1 record with him into the cage. And the question on everyone's mind is whether Vosgröne's old tricks would be as effective here.
Brasilianischer Judo-Meister.
But Vosgröne didn't seem to care if his opponent was more credentialed or not. He went out there and did exactly what he normally does. And as soon as he charged out of the gates and went after that takedown, everyone in the arena knew exactly what type of fight they were about to watch.
93 Kilo auf der Waage.
You can definitely see that Vosgröne is getting a bit more open with his ground and pound.
Und jetzt hat Vosgröne ihn auf dem Rücken
Which is a terrifying prospect because, as we all know, when you start raining down on your opponents with strikes, it opens up more opportunities for positional advancement and submissions.
Harte Schläge wieder von Hagen, als das irgendwie die Hüfte rauszunehmen oder von unten in den Armbar zu gehen. Er schlägt stattdessen einfach von unten nach oben mit. Das ist ja auch
sogar recht geben. Also wahrscheinlich ist die Position
Slam
In the end, Moraes was like a fish out of water here.
irgendwelche Submissions auspacken kann. Nimmt Moraes noch nicht so viel Schaden. Jetzt öffnet Freddy die Gabel.
Totally outgunned, technically, physically, and possibly mentally too. He was never going to make it out of the first round here.
Nee, Pläne verworfen. Stattdessen richtet er sich auf und schlägt. Macht der Neandertaler schnelle Beute? Oder hält es der Brasilianer aus und kommt noch irgendwie aus dieser brenzligen Position? Schaut sich das an. Sieht noch keinen großen Anlass, um hier einzugreifen. Der ist noch ziemlich ruhig. Auch gucken. Da darf er sich jetzt nicht komplett konditionell verausgabt zu werden. Keine gescheite Verteidigung unterm Kinn.
Und da ist der Tap. Freddy Vosgröne tappt Fabio Moraes in Runde 1.
Yet another near-flawless performance for the 5-0 Freddy Vosgröne.
Frederic Vosgröne!
Now ranked in the top 5 in the Octagon MMA 205-pound division, Vosgröne's going to be on the hunt for a title shot before long. Who knows? Maybe one key victory could be enough to put him on a collision course with the promotion's two-weight world champion, Ireland's Will Fleury, who also owns the heavyweight belt. But what do you make of this 205-pound prospect? And do you think he can make it all the way to the top of the sport? Let us know in the comments below.